Here are 9 Premier League signings you definitely missed. First up, we have Norgard to Arsenal for £10 million. I think this is an incredible deal for Arsenal, right? The Brentford captain last season would be an excellent backup to Declan Rice, and I don't think that £10 million was an awful deal for this player. Moving on to 18-year-old defender Özcan to Aston Villa from Kasim Pasha for £6.6 million. He is still young and has plenty of room to grow. He might go on loan for a few seasons to a different team, seeing as, Aston Villa are a top 5 side, definitely. But he obviously impressed in Turkey this season. I think he will get a few appearances, especially in the Carabao FA Cup, For Bournemouth, we have Truffert from Rennes to Bournemouth, of course, to replace Kerkez in that left-back position for £14.4 million. He's not a star left-back. With him getting only 66.7% of dribblers tackled, that he faced. However, I think he'll still be able to impress in the Premier League, especially under talented manager Iraola, who will transform him, I think, into a very good player, maybe top 5 left-backs in the Premier League, but we'll wait to find out, I guess. Kayode is going from Fiorentina to Brentford for €17.5 million. The 20-year-old right-back did join the Bees this January, and he's clearly shown enough potential for them to confirm his permanent transfer. He's still too young for me to be able to say, I think, if this is a signing worth €17.5 million, but he will get a few games in this season, especially if so many Brentford players are leaving, and he could do alright. Tommy Watson to Brighton from Sunderland for £10 million, an easy £10 million deal for Sunderland, which they are able to invest back into their team, which I think that it will be very needed, especially as I don't think Tommy Watson will impress as much. And yes, he was great in the Championship. He's still young, and I know that Brighton are able to transform young players into superstars and then sell them for £15 million. But I don't think Tommy Watson will be as great of a midfielder. It's always good to have squad depth, especially as Brighton are looking for a top 7 finish this season. Bashir Humphries' transfer fee to Burnley is comprised of a £12 million fee plus £2.7 million in add-ons, so £14.7 million in total. The 22-year-old centre-back has been brought in to, try and fill in the gap that was left due to CJ Egan-Riley's departure. But I don't think Humphries will be able to perform maybe at the level of a £14.7 million transfer, and I don't think he's going to be the main reason why maybe Burnley have a chance of staying up. I do think they're going to get relegated, but I think he'll be a solid defender, but probably not Premier League worthy just yet. Sarr to Chelsea from Strasbourg for £11.9 million. The 19-year-old defender made 28 appearances for Strasbourg last campaign, helping them achieve European football, and I do think that Chelsea have made a smart decision in signing Sarr. Obviously, I'm not saying he's the only reason why, Strasbourg got European football, and Chelsea do have plenty of centre-backs, but I think the introduction of Sarr is very crucial. I think he'll be a key player in a couple games, and he could get a few Premier League appearances, but I'm not sure. He has a lot of potential still. He's only 19. Walter Benitez as backup goalkeeper to Crystal Palace. This transfer is mainly for squad depth, and I think that's a very good decision, seeing as, Crystal Palace are very likely going to be in the Europa League next season. And the 32-year-old goalkeeper has performed very well in the Netherlands, spending 6 seasons with Nice in Ligue 1. And over the last 3 seasons, the keeper has made 134 appearances, winning back-to-back Eredivisie titles in, obviously, the 2024 and 25 season, the KNVB Cup in 2023, and 2 Johan Cruyff Shields in 2022 and 23, all the while keeping 43 clean sheets in all competitions. So I think that's definitely good enough for a backup goalkeeper for Crystal Palace. If Crystal Palace do end up getting that European League football, I think Benitez would be a key part for getting them to the, at least the knockout stages. Obviously, Henderson is still going to be the main keeper, but I think bringing in that extra squad depth, challenges Henderson to play even better, and I think it will benefit Crystal Palace as a whole. Alcaraz to Everton from Flamengo for £13 million. He did join Everton on loan in January, scoring twice in 15 appearances. That's maybe not so impressive, but I think for this Everton side that's maybe lacking a bit of creativity. He can definitely contribute something, but I don't expect him to be a star player this season. But I do think he can definitely be one of their best midfielders, and he's only 22 years old, so there's still space to grow, but Everton have kind of taken a risk with this.